Hello everyone, this is Gene and I'm back with another video. So this is going to be a bit of a sadder video. I am of contrite heart. I must make an apology. I must make an apology to Mr. Kurt Busiek. Allow me to explain. God, I'm just so ashamed. And more than anything else, more than even God's forgiveness, I need Kurt to forgive me. I am sorry, Mr. Busiek. Allow me to explain. So Kurt this morning, about a day ago, tweeted this. He said, I know that a certain colorist, that colorist being Gabe Talib, who just recently, said that he was going to leave DC over what they've been doing to Superman and dropping the American way and all that. So Kurt says, I know that a certain colorist is claiming that he's leaving DC over political differences, when in fact he was fired for going on a Comicsgate podcast and trashing the publisher of the book he was working on. There's a difference. So I, being an inquisitive mind, said, and I assume you have receipts to prove your claims, correct? I find it hard to believe you when a DC writer, Tom King, tried to cancel Jay Lee for doing a Cyberfrog cover last summer. And you know what happened? Do you know what happened? Oh God, I'm so ashamed. Kurt blocked me. Kurt blocked me. It is the harshest thing I have ever experienced in my life. Oh, oh God. Oh. And I thought about it. And I thought about it. And then I realized I was wrong. I was so wrong. I mean, who am I, a simple person, to question the greatness and the truthfulness, the truthiness of Kurt Busiek's claims? I mean, I've only worked in a compliance office in a college for over 10 years, and I've only helped several attorneys go engage in investigations and actually sit there and take notes as people actually explain what they're saying, explain and give their accounts of what they've been through. But I was so wrong to rely on the training that I've received from a decade of work, actually assisting in investigations, to ask if Kurt actually had proof of the things he was saying. How dare I question Kurt and his assertion that DC is actually firing Mr. Talib and he's not just not re-upping his contract over political differences. I mean, I'm so sorry, Kurt. I'm so sorry. Understand, we must believe all women and we must believe Kurt Busiek without fail. Never ask a question, never demand proof, never bring up an actual event that happened last summer involving a writer who works at the same company he works for. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Kurt, that I questioned you. I shall never question your wisdom or your truthfulness again. I shall never again demand that you actually prove what you say. Because now I have experienced the most terrible thing that could ever happen to me. I've been blocked by some comic writer. Oh my God. Oh God. Why? Why? I'm so sorry, Kurt. I'm so sorry. Please take this as my very, very, very sincere apology. I'll make sure to never question you again. You are above reproach. You are above questioning. Oh, God. You are more truthful than anything and anyone that has ever existed in life. Your word should be taken even as more than the gospel itself. I am just so sorry. I'm like Kurt Cobain. I'm all apologies. I'm so sorry. All right. I've put up with this stupid farce for what? Nearly 5 minutes. Kurt Busiek is a coward. And he, like Dan Slott and Tom Taylor and others, are one of the major problems in modern day comics. They cannot take being challenged, even in the most milquetoast way. He made an assertion that I simply asked for proof of. You're saying that, oh, he's actually been fired or getting fired because he trashed DC in the comic he's working on, Comicscape podcast, which is a direct, what's I guess to say, um, challenge to Gabe's own assertion, which is that he's simply not re-upping his contract because he disagrees with what they're doing to Superman in particular, the whole, the removal of the Truth, Justice, and American Way, which I and many others have actually opined on. So, because he can't take being questioned even in the most milquetoast of ways, especially when, Tom King, who loves to just fight everybody who's Asian, Jay Lee, Dean Cain, if you're Asian and you dare have an opinion that Tom King doesn't like, he's going to come after you. He seems to forget that his boss is a Korean man, but maybe it's a case that he doesn't care what Jim Lee thinks, right? But you reference something that actually happened that you covered, like many other people covered, and you get blocked because Mr. Kurt Busiek actually doesn't resist anything except a challenge, right? Anybody who challenges his assertions, challenges his opinion, then he doesn't even resist you because he doesn't actually reply back, right? He simply uh, blocks you, which, as I've stated several times, is an action, generally speaking, in a context like this, I don't have a lot of respect for. So I'm going to finish this video off with a quote from, I believe it's Jesse Enkamp, also known on YouTube as the Karate Nerd. And it goes something like this, right? He said once in a video that he'd much rather have a question that can't be answered than to have answers that cannot be questioned. And I firmly agree with him on that. Because the moment that we can't ask questions, the moment that we cannot challenge an assertion, keep in mind, he made this assertion. I simply challenged that. I simply said, you have receipts, right? Because guess what? Someone who worked for the same company you work for, or was working for, did this. The moment that we cannot challenge things, that we cannot challenge the establishment, the moment that we cannot have discourse and disagreement, right? Well, then, how do you ever assert anything is true or not, right? How do you assert anything as truth or as falsehood if you cannot challenge anything? If you cannot ask for and receive proof, that's a good one, proof of what you say happening. I'm sorry, but I am way too jaded to simply take Kurt's assertion on faith. Kurt Busiek is not worthy of my implicit trust. He is not worthy, of my faith. I'm not going to simply put faith into what he tweets because he tweeted it. And I'm certainly not going to put faith into anything he says now if when he's challenged, he simply blocks. If you look at his tweet, if you haven't been blocked or if you have an alt account or something, you look at the tweets, all you'll see is that he's in an echo chamber, right? He's only getting one type of feedback. And that feedback is Comicscape back, Comicscape back, Comicscape back, right? Anybody who asserts anything different, and believe me, I am not like pro Van Sciver or anything like that. But I simply brought up an event that did happen last year, and I asked a question, and I get blocked, right? Now look, can I stop him from doing it? No, obviously I can't, but I can certainly criticize him for it. This is not how you have discourse. This is not how you have a conversation. This is exactly how you shut down conversation, right? When you say, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to make an assertion about it. I'm going to give my opinion and assert, right, with authority that the situation is really this and not that. But the moment I'm questioned, well, I'm just going to block you because how dare you question me? How dare you question me? Especially when I provide no proof of what I say. I mean, who the hell does that? But anyhow, I want to finish this on a more positive note. Come on, computer. Move. I will be appearing, or at least at the moment, provided nothing crazy goes on in my life, I will be appearing on Nerdette's Newsstand, Tristan's channel on uh, Sunday, October 24th, which is Sunday, this coming Sunday, at 6 p.m. I actually do find this, the thumbnail she came up with, interesting because interesting, at least on my end, because um, she reached out to me. Well, she asked me online if I wanted to come on. I said sure. Just explain to me how to do this. So she asked for my email. I email her, and she asked for a picture for the thumbnail, which is what you see there. I'm like, okay, fine. The funny thing is that as I was typing the email to send her the picture, I was thinking, we should do like a versus screen type thing, like an old school Street Fighter versus screen. And then I'm like, well, I don't want to come across as like, adversarial or anything. We're just supposed to have a conversation. So I ultimately did not include that in the email, right? I just sent her the picture. So when I saw this last night, I'm like, okay, next time I'll just throw the idea out there because apparently she either read my mind or we think on the same wavelength. I just found it amusing how I had that idea, but I didn't express it, and then her thumbnail ends up being a versus screen, which is nice. I think it's nice. It kind of reminds me more of Tekken than Street Fighter, but that's fine. But anyway, I wanted to end the video on a positive note. I am looking forward to this debate, I guess, on Comicsgate and the media. We had a bit of a debate or a disagreement about bounding into comics, so no doubt that's going to come up. Superman and more. So, hey, I'm up for anything. Hopefully, in between now and then, nothing too crazy will go on my end. But if anything changes, I will let her and I will let you guys know. But at the moment, it's on, and hey, I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see what happens. It's been a while since I've actually spoken to a real life person, outside of say like my working hours. But anyway, that's the video. I hope everyone is okay, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good day and night wherever you are. Bye.